Hi, it's David here with Futures Trading. Because I will be taking my break, I want to give you the conclusion as to what may have happened since this morning. All right, so we saw that decline happening in that thumbnail. They were on their way down, and I wasn't able to fully go ahead and cover all of that. I have other obligations and things I need to do, but I want to make sure that you're able to see what it is that the indicators was able to capture and where they was at with all of that information that I was disclosing. I do not, of course, cover anybody else's material. And I want to make sure that I state that to you because that's important that you know that there's no regurgitation of content here. I gave you some zones for those that like to counter trend the market, and we're using just the majority principle. That's it. It's a fundamental truth. I promise you, that's all it is. And it's been happening the whole time. I'm just trying to make you aware of it so you can benefit from it. I gave you some zones, clearly above the market as well as below. I gave you a couple zones, just a couple, not too many, just a couple, based on the majority principle. All right. So this morning, and there's targets too. So please go back and take a look at that video because there's targets above and below the market. So should they not want to stay up on the daily, but do keep in mind the daily is not in a downtrend. So they can still go down a little bit. And we hope that that's not the case, but it can go down a little bit and then come back up. But it's not in a downtrend. So if they wanted to go back down, say they, wanted to go up today and then, at some point they want to just come back down a bit more. There are some targets to the downside as well. But yes, I gave you zones. I gave you zones. So this morning, price was here when I started covering it for the most part, and 8:30 it came in news and all of that, and we read all of this absolutely in real time. And then I believe I concluded right over here. So once they made the trend bar, which was this one here, I concluded. All right, so there's your trend. They went to trend distance. They came down, hit that zone. Again, I gave you zones. They hit that zone, popped up, and I told you in yesterday's video, if I'm not mistaken. Now, this is just the trend distance. All right. So I don't want you to get that confused for a target. It's not. I threw that line there for that trend distance because they have made the trend. This is something I stated in the video on yesterday and so many videos that once they make the trend, that they could roll over. And so once they made the trend, which the trend bar was over here. I just forgot to put the arrow on it. They rotated. All right. So, and then they went down and they held this trend. But I projected that trend distance for you. All right. So I projected that for you. And I did tell you that oftentimes when they make a trend distance, when they turn back around, that's exactly where they're going. And so they managed to hit that trend distance, turned around, came right back to the back of this zone here that I had drew, and of course, they're up here now. So I wanted to make sure that you're able to see everything in context, everything I drew out before it had got started. But I read stuff in real time. That's important. And should I look left, and that's why I said the right left trader, the left right trader, I want to make sure that you're able to utilize the majority principle even while looking left. I want you to understand that that's very, very significant to all market movement. So if it's going to turn around, make sure you're using that principle. I can't state that to you enough. So I wanted you to be able to see. And after my break, I'll come back and we'll see that it hit the targets because there's targets available. All right. So if you didn't get a chance to, I suggest don't just watch this video because you're absolutely missing a lot of information. I covered the daily, I covered the hourly, the 1 minute in real time while giving you counter trend zones and giving you targets all at the same time. All right. So please go back. I'll have this link below this video. Please go back and take a look at this video, and then you'll have a better understanding of what it is that I'm disclosing currently. All right. I wish you all the best with your trading. Take